Good morning, guys. Can you hear me? All right, great. I'm gonna get started in about 10 minutes. I just thought about starting this stream a little bit earlier. Could you guys hear that? I just played a YouTube video. Could you guys hear that? Did you just hear some music? No, okay, yeah. I turned off the setting yesterday, so now you can't hear the system sounds anymore. But I just updated the software, so I just wanted to make sure that the setting was still intact. Okay, thanks, guys. Yeah, the most painful thing for me is this TVIX. I was long 5,000 shares in pre-market and early on the day yesterday, and it's up $70 since. Oh my god, this could have been like a $200,000-300,000 trade easily, even with scaling out. Wait, someone is at my door. Where was I? I don't even remember what I was saying. Anywho, I'm watching. I tried to short it small earlier, but I just got stopped out. Small starter. It has to go where it has to go, and it's gonna have a big unwind. Like if you look at the spies bottomed. Well, now we're going lower in pre-market, obviously, but the spies bottomed here on Friday, 28th, and TVIX, and it's still way above that level. TVIX is up 60% since the Friday lows, so there's a lot of premium in this thing. Now this thing can go to 500 for what I know, but once it starts unwinding, once the market stops going down, this is gonna have an enormous unwind, and it's gonna be probably be my main watch throughout next week. This thing can go down 40-50% in a matter of days. I'm gonna show you guys something. Back in February 2018, TVIX went down 51% intraday. It had this big move, one day move, and then it gapped up the next day and just faded 50 or even more, 54%. So it can go much further, but it can also fade big time. So I'm gonna look for backside, and I'm gonna stay very small on front side if I try it. But there's gonna be a lot of downside in this thing eventually. But right now there's just a lot of fear in the markets and uncertainty with this corona cold going on. So we'll see. Today may not be the day with the weekend coming up. I think the amount of reported cases will go up a lot over the weekend, especially in the US. So that could, yeah, Codex and APT. I shorted some small pre-market. They are definitely showing, these virus stocks are showing some relative weakness. Almost none of them are up. Except for INO. INO, I bought it yesterday, midday, when it broke out of this little consolidation, 893 or whatever it was. I bought 50,000 shares, and I still have 23. So I still have almost half of my shares. Yeah, this is the only one that's really up on the day. Really nice opportunity midday. I also traded IBIO when it looked like it was gonna break above this VWAP consolidation, but this one just failed. I took a small loss on it. But yeah, INO is still having some nice follow through. ALT, yeah, oh, it's a very thin one. I can't trade this thing, but yeah, it's capping up pre-market. Let's see here. Yeah, AHPI is lower. Yeah, these virus stocks are generally lower today. Gonna sort by volume. I'm gonna go through these. Gilead gapping down. INO gapping up. mRNA slight gap down, but it's still holding its consolidation. Codex gapping lower. NVAX, this is actually gapping higher. IBIO gapping lower. HTBX is slightly higher. Maybe I'll put it on what. This thing has had some insane volume past few days. APT gapping lower. No, it's actually up a little bit pre-market, but it's kind of unchanged. OPK. Oh, OPK is going higher. Yeah, interesting. But the main one, GNMX, is a little bit higher. NNVC had a pure pump PR yesterday. It's a stock promoter that put out the PR. Wasn't even the company itself, and the stock is up, what, 35% pre-market. Totally pump. But yeah, this thing can definitely go higher. Who knows? But I'm not gonna watch it probably. Yeah. Anyways, my point is the main Corona plays are all lower or break even. So that's why it's interesting that TVIX is up this much. A lot of premium in it. Interesting times, definitely interesting times. Like, if I don't step on front side with size, as long as I don't step on front side with size on this TVIX, I think it is setting up as $1 million opportunity. I do. I think this thing is gonna go down 50% eventually. Now, question is if it goes to 200 to 100, or if it goes from 400 to 200. That I don't know yet. But it will have a 50% pullback. If not today, probably next week. Work. If I wait, but I'm already in work. Why would I wait for an entry? I'm already in it since yesterday. Or are you looking to buy it? Well, in that case, why didn't you buy it yesterday when it broke out? Yeah, VTIQ. Yeah, it's too. Oh wow. Yeah, exactly. It had a nice breakdown at in the low 15s yesterday. Textbook late into the before the close. What's your stop? Well, you can see my stop on the chart. It's 27.10. It's the lows of yesterday, pretty much. But look, if you really want to get in it, I mean, the entry was yesterday, but now I guess you could buy it now. This is pretty much where I entered yesterday. It's actually a few pennies lower than where I entered yesterday. So, I mean, if you really think you have an edge on this thing, sure. It is showing relative strength. That's for sure. It's almost it's almost break even on the day with the overall markets down. So, it's not a crazy buy here. Definitely not. But again, if markets go lower, that thing will go lower too eventually. The thing with relative strength stocks is that they can only hold up for so long. Like if you take another dive lower in the overall markets, all of these relative strength stocks will tank too eventually. But we don't know yet. Right now it's just a big shop fest. Big shop fest. Biggily shop fest. Tesla is gapping lower, obviously with the overall markets. KWeb is lower. KWeb is actually gapping below my stop right now. It looks like I sized down. Like I traded in and out of it yesterday, but I only held 8,000 shares overnight, and I had as much as 15,000 at one point. So, and that was not even my full position. So that was a right decision to do, thankfully, because I was just too afraid of the market doing what it's doing now. But I still got a little bit too aggressive. LK is kind of holding its range still. DXM is holding up well. Beely is lower pre-market, but it's holding yesterday's lows. Work is now it's actually green on the day. If the market would open here, APT is weak. APT, I have a tiny starter. I'm looking for it to break this 16, high 15 area. Could have a big flush. I think next leg lower on this thing could be down to $10. Soon. Ethereum, I don't know what this thing is gonna do. Let's see what is ETH USD doing. It's Okay, let's see, look at the hourly chart. Maybe it's gonna gap down a little bit, but not. I don't think it's gonna stop me out of the gate. INO is going higher, and Codex actually broke below yesterday's lows pre-market, but now it's bouncing back. On Codex, this 1360 area is a huge level, huge level. If it breaks down below that level, I think we're gonna go to 10 over the next few sessions. Okay, I'm gonna start putting some stops on Ethereum. Let's see, 110. Let's put some stops out there. And then the market will open. Yes, those are market stops. Always use market stops. Otherwise, you're gonna get into trouble. Otherwise, you will get into trouble. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, my stupid TC2000, not TC2000. E-signal is lagging, of course. I'm short a bunch of TVIX with highs as my stop. mRNA is strong. Okay, TVIX. This could be the day it goes back to 150, potentially. So I'm gonna look for, you know, further back. I'm short 7,500 shares. And yeah, I will be looking for more. Oh my god, INO, what a beast. I'm gonna raise my stop even more. If it goes red, I'm out. Oh, K-Web. What a gap down. I'm gonna use lows of a day as my stop. APT is breaking below some support levels. TVIX just took out the first 5-minute candle, or almost. Wait, LK? Wow, LK is weak. I covered some Tesla too. APT found some support on the rising 10 days so far. Oh, I know! What a trade! Oh my god! Holy shit! Wow! It's up 45% from where I bought it yesterday. Are you kidding me? Nice. Okay, now I sold more than half of INO. Gotta lock in some. This is a nice surprise. Very pleasant surprise so far. Okay, TVIX couldn't break below its first 5-minute candle. Codex is hitting lows. Sorry, I really don't have time to read the chat usually the first 5-10 minutes, 15 minutes, especially in markets like this. Oh wow, work is tanking. I'm gonna set a stop for it. Work is not acting well right now. Yeah, it's not a great market buying breakouts. It's just not that type of a market. Wait, what? LK is tanking too? Oh shit, I gotta sell this piece of shit. Okay, I sold LK. It fell, yeah, it's not acting well right now. Not acting well right now. Took a decent loss on it. Codex. I need to cover some. Wow. Unfortunately, Codex is a little bit of bittersweet victory since I took a decent loss on LK. I lost 50k on LK, not really happy about that. But I think TVIX will be an enormous trade, potentially. If it takes out these opening range lows, I'm gonna locate more shares. It's gonna be big. APT is a bit stronger than Codex is, but Codex has room to like mid 11s today, high mid 11s. Work stopped me out. Took a $35,000 loss on it. Oh yeah, this is, you know, it's just, this is what I've been talking about. It's a choppy environment, dangerous for breakouts. This is exactly what's happening. They look so good and they get you in and then they just tank on you. This is exactly what I wanted to avoid, but unfortunately I lost some decent money on some of these longs. But on the other hand, I'm making money on some other stuff, so that doesn't really help me. If I'm losing on one trade, I'm making the same amount of money on another trade. mRNA is breaking higher. CPHI, what's this? I need another 5-10 minutes, then I can start reading the chat. Right now there's just too much going on. A little bit too much going on. Let's see here, TVIX. TVIX is holding so far. What are okay, oh, spies look like they want to. Alright, that's interesting. I've sold 2/3 of no, sorry, what? Not 2/4. 2/3 of INO. NNVC taking out the intraday highs. This thing could squeeze. A lot of fundamental shorts are shorting it. They don't realize that this thing could double. It doesn't matter that it's a pump PR. All these guys who probably don't have any risk management, they're shorting it. TVIX is probably gonna stop me out. Looks like. Just so tight right now. Super tight. I have no idea where the market will go. We could go, it's down, SPYs are down 3%. We could close green on the day, or we could go down another 3%. I have no idea. It's just in the middle of a range. But yeah, I'm probably gonna get stopped out. You know what? TQQ is losing the 200 day again. I'm gonna sell TQQ. Or TQQQ. What's the lows of the day? 72.73. I'm just gonna sell it. It takes out the lows of the day. So I don't want this TQQ turning to a red trade. I have enough long exposure. I don't wanna. Okay, APT faded, undercut the rising 10-day. LK is lower and work is lower from where I sold. I just sold TQQQ. Look, the markets could make a big move lower. And this thing could very easily undercut Friday's lows, so I'll just get rid of it. And TVIX, this thing could go to 300 today. I'm just gonna get stopped out again on my starter. And K-Web, I'm all out now. You know what, Beely, I'll sell it if it takes out lows of the day. I do not like what the market is doing right now. These volatility instruments are going nuts. Again, I think this TVIX will go down 50% in a short amount of time, but I don't know if it's gonna be from 200 to 100, 300 to 150, or 500 to 250. I have no idea. There is some fear building into these things. That I know. Yeah, VXRT is going from yesterday. Thin name, but it is going. mRNA had a break today. NVAX is fading a bit from the open. OPK had a nice gap up. Okay, let's see. Let's see what you guys wrote in the chat. Yeah, unfortunately, most platforms do have some serious lag when there's a lot of volatility. It's pathetic, but it is what it is. Is today options expiration? I don't know. DRAD. Nah, they probably had a one-time item. They probably had a one-time item. On that DRAD. INO trying for 13. Yeah, it did try for 13. Heck, it can go to 16. I'm just trailing my stop. I have only yeah, about a quarter left on INO. Yeah, no, TVIX is not easy to borrow for me. I have to, it's very cheap borrow, but I have to pay for it. Do you is TVIX easy to borrow for you guys, or VXX and UVXY for that matter? TVIX is the most volatile one. But are these things easy to borrow for you guys? Wait, TVIX is easy to... What the fuck? It wasn't easy to borrow pre-market. Never mind. They're all easy to borrow for me. No, except UVXY. Yeah, UVXY is hard to... What the fuck? I borrowed a bunch of shares pre-market, and I also borrowed after the open, but now I see it's easy to borrow. Oh well. It wasn't expensive, so it doesn't matter. It was pretty... I paid like $50 for 12,000 shares. It's not the end of the world. TVIX 4 cents. Yeah, something like that. I paid like a 1 cent, 1.3 cents. Yeah, TVIX is going higher. This is starting to excite me. This is the biggest TVIX move maybe ever. It's up 400% in the past 2 weeks. Last time, like when the markets broke sharp early, like February 2018, TVIX went up 200%, and now it's already up 400%. Back in early 2016, when we had a market correction, TVIX only went up 100%. August 2015, when we had a sharp correction, TVIX only went up 240%. Interesting. It's a big move for this TVIX. LK is lower, work is lower. K-Web is lower from where I sold. Okay. All right. ALT. Oh, it's so thin. It looks good. If it takes out opening range highs, it could be a nice one. But it's very thin for me. I'll pass on it. If it had 10 times more volume, I would be interested. Or at least 3 times more volume, maybe 3, 4. What's this ENZ? Do you guys know what the news is on ENZ? What did I... Is it Corona related? Probably is, right? Let's see, this TVIX just failed, took out the highs marginally. The opening range lows is still intact, that 184 area. It's still intact. Okay, I'm short again. Let's see if we can have a significant move lower. And then we see, what's this one doing? Yep, taking out highs. That's the most pumpish and crappiest of all of these Corona stocks. Wow, that could have been a buy opening range highs. I missed it badly. And ENC, Corona, okay. Corona. Okay, great. Another stock. Boom. Another coronavirus stock. Okay, so far TQQ is holding the 200 day. Too bad, I just got shaken out of TQQ long-term swing, and I also got stopped out of my this marginal little break higher in TVIX and this break lower on the SPYs. That's a bit annoying, but that's okay. I hope my APT and Codex work out well. Codex looks like it's bouncing for now. Let's see how it acts. Codex needs to fail at that 14 area. Man, if SPYs could go green today, wouldn't that be epic? If SPYs could go green, TVIX will go to like 140. Maybe in 130 if it starts unwinding. But we're not out of the woods yet. We could very easily break down more in the markets. Oh, I have to catch up on Twitter. Wow, TLT is up. This thing trades like a small cap. Treasury bonds. They trade like a small cap. Amazing. I have some pretty decent size on TVIX. Oh man, if this thing goes to 140 today. Oof. Yeah, D-Rad. Come on, break down already. There's still a lot of stocks holding up well. Like AMD is holding like a champ. But obviously they can all tank if the market tanks. $287, $289. Wait, no. I wanted to take out the highs of the day. I don't want it to go lower. Not today. Not today. I have a big TVIX short. Big TVIX short. I do not want this thing to go lower. Then I'll have to get stopped out again. I don't want that. guys, the INO trade is over. Even if it goes higher, it's over. It's up like 2 days in a row. There's nothing here unless you're like scalping, and then you're on your own. I can't help you with scalping. For those who are long, congrats. It's just there is not a big edge on INO right now. INO short, maybe. Maybe, you know, maybe. I'm not really. I'm just gonna trail my long. I really don't know. I'm just, you know, raising my stop on my long. I only have a quarter left. But yeah, guys, if you're like scalping, you know, you're on your own. You don't need to ask my opinion. Because I don't really have any clue. I just don't know. I really don't know. Doop, 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 doop. Yeah, alt could very easily. Oh, he took out the opening range size. Yeah, sure. This thing can go to $5, $6. Who knows? Absolutely. In this market, like anything is possible. It really is. Yeah, OPK does. OPK had a nice short earlier, short opportunity earlier, but I didn't even look at it. TVIX is shaping up again. Yeah, we're still not really backside. We're still kind of hanging in there. D-Rat took out Heiser today, yeah. I saw it pre-market. They had good numbers, but I just I don't know. It's too thin for me. I suspected it could be like a one-time item. I really didn't dig into it. I have no idea about this one. I really can't trade this. This is like a nano cap stock. Market cap 7 million. It's like I could buy the whole company. That's how small it is. Oh, okay. Here it says market cap 14 million. Yeah, okay. So it's a nano cap. I just totally ignore those types now. Let's see. So APT is so far bouncing of this rising 10-day and on the 60-minute chart of this rising 65 EMA. And Codex is also bouncing after trying to break down. It did kind of put in another higher low. But the key is to see how this $14 area acts. It really needs to get rejected here in the high 13s, low 14s. Really needs to get rejected there. No, I don't invest in anything. I have my house, but I don't really see it as an investment. But it is you know, I guess it could be seen as an investment, but no, nothing. There's no point. I just want to focus on one thing that I do well, and that's trading. Eventually, oh, looks like I got stopped out of Beely. Wow. Took some decent losses on some Work, Beely, and K-Web. 60, 70k on the stocks I bought yesterday. I lost 70k on them. Okay. Thanks for playing. Let's see here. And the LK I lost 50k, but that one I bought a couple of days ago. So yeah, I'm down like 100. Wait, how much? 120k on my longs. I should have just not bought any breakouts. Don't buy breakouts in corrective markets. Just remember that mantra. I just get so tempted sometimes. I get so tempted, man. I really get tempted. No bueno. But man, if this TVIX is going to... what's 50? Yeah, if TVIX goes to 150 today, I'm gonna make 600,000 on it. Please. Die! Crazy ETF volatility thingy, I don't even know what you are. D-Dog? Wow, it's actually holding the range. Like all the other ones stopped me out, but this one is holding the range. Yeah, look, it probably needs you know, a week or something. I don't know. Right now, I just too exhausted to give any advice on breakouts. It's not a breakout type of a market. Just ignore it. We're too early. We're too early. T-Duck is holding up really well also. NNVC? No, NNVC was not AQXP. It's another one that was AQXP. I don't remember what they changed the ticker to. AQXP was a crazy stock back in 2015, I think. No, NNVC is not AQXP. I know that. It changed its symbol. It's still around. I just don't remember the symbol. I think it reversed merge, had a reverse merger or something like that. Oh yeah, come on! TVIX! Fuck yeah! I need to see some green trades in my account. Because except for INO, I really haven't had many great trades yesterday. Or the day before. Not that I remember it. Oh, ENC. New highs. Strong one. Oh, TVIX! Yes! Come on! I'm telling you guys, if I make 600k on this TVIX, I don't give a shit that I lost 120k buying breakouts this week. It's all good. It's gonna be all good. Come on. What was around last week? What was around last week? AQXP? No, AQXP was like 2015 when it had a big run. Oh, okay, you mean the new symbol. Okay. Okay, now I can finally breathe a little bit. Whew, I hate opens like this, and it's been like this for 2 weeks. It's super exhausting. Okay, AQXP. Let's see, what did they change their symbol to? What did they change their symbol to? NLTX? Yep, thank you. Yep, NLTX. Yep. This is AQXP. Baker Bros own almost a third of this thing. I guess it's legit. Super thing. Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys. 2015. Here. It went from like $2 to 56 in 2 days. I lost a 1/3 of my account in like a few hours trying to short it on day 2. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. I was like, oh, it's up 1500% in 2 days. It's gonna go down. Nope. It more than doubled. And then I went for a barbecue with some friends. Oh my god. I can just say it wasn't a great day. The barbecue wasn't great for my part. I felt like shit. Oh my god. I made so many stupid trades. I made so many stupid trades during my trading career. And you know, success in trading is really just cutting out all the stupid things. Like every year I try to do a little bit fewer of the really dumb things. And a few more of the good things. HMNY, that was my best long ever. That one, I think it went up 1000% after I bought it, and I rode it all the way up, and then I nailed it. HMNY was one of the few stocks that traded perfectly. I think I bought it like in the 2s, and then it went to like, what, 30 or something, 40? And I had some shares all the way up. That was crazy good. And then I absolutely nailed the short. I think that was late 2017. Zoom, yeah, had a big update. My stop is 110. Yesterday's lows. Just APT is shaping up. Let's see if we can reclaim VWAP. I'll size down. I only have tiny shares. I have a small position, so it doesn't really matter. But if it loses that low 15s later, I may add more. Because I really think this thing goes down to like 11 or maybe $10 over the next few sessions. Codex 2. They are really building some serious lower highs now. TVIX, man. Should I add if it takes out lows of the day? No, I have such a big position in it. Nope, I'm not gonna add. I'm not gonna ruin my average. I should probably cover some, but I'm a greedy motherfucker. I'm so greedy right now. All I see is if this thing goes to sub 150. Oh. That's all I see. That's all I can see. just trying not to think about it because the swings on this thing is like every $10, that's like $130 move in my accounts. I just try not to look at it. Okta had some earnings. This one looks good. This is another one to keep an eye on if once this correction and choppy market environment ends. It's been building higher lows for the past 6 months or so. And it's been going sideways for almost a year, and that's decent revenue growth. No profits yet, but it's holding up well. This thing could go to 200 plus once, well, if the market gets better. Toka. Yeah. I don't know what this is all about. I don't know anything about this name. Is it a Corona name, maybe? Guys, do anyone you know if it's a Corona name? I'm gonna check the news. February 9th. Oh no, it's a merger. It's a reverse merger. Reverse merger. Okay. Or merger, whatever. Tesla is about to take out highs of the day. Oh, Spice took out the highs of the day. Nice. Oh my god, this TVIX is gonna be big. I just shorted a tiny bit. I increased my position by 5%. That's how little I shorted. I just couldn't resist. If the unwind process begins. Ooh. Oh my god, TVIX. Oh. Come on. I'm short 14,200 shares from the opening range lows. This could be a big trade. Or actually a little bit higher than opening range lows as anticipated to break down. Seriously, if it goes to... This has the potential, if it really keeps going lower, could be my biggest trade ever. Or it has the potential. It does have the potential, but I wouldn't be surprised if it... Look, really, I should probably be locking some in here, but I'm a degenerate. I'm a home run trader, and I'm probably gonna regret it, but I locked in like 100 shares. I have 14,000 shares. I locked in 100 shares. No, it's not. TVIX is a derivative of VIX. It has nothing to do with QQQ. It's a VIX derivative. This is what it is. CBOE market volatility index. This is the fear index. That's what TVIX is. I don't know how it. I don't really understand how they work. Yeah, it's a volatility ETF. Yeah, it's programmed to go towards zero. That's all you need to know. And it's built a big premium, especially over the past 2 sessions. Like I made a point in pre-market, like. Look at SPYs. Like SPYs are well above Friday highs, last Friday highs when the market bottomed. But look at TVIX. TVIX is up. Well, TVIX was up like 55% over Friday's highs, or the Friday price. So this is just an air pocket. This thing could very easily unwind back to sub 100 over the next few sessions. Ooh, oh my god, I'm so exhausted right now. That first 40 minutes just killed me. Like, I took these losses on LK, and now it's over. LK, this is a good sign. It held another higher low. You see this? This is a good sign. I'm a bit frustrated, obviously, that it shook me out and etc. All of that bullshit. But it's still holding up. You can see these strong stocks, they just won't go away. Work is, you know, whatever. Let's see. There's a lot of these stocks. I have a bunch of things on my bounce watch list, like these cruise stocks, NCLH, RCL, CCL. But there's really no point in trading any of these when you can trade TVIX. Some airlines, AAL, car, Avis Group, the rental, you know, Hertz, all of these things. All of these are down like 40-50% over the past few weeks. And this Sabre is some kind of a travel-related software company. Bunch of these are. Bunch of these are. Okay, so Codex put in a lower high intraday. So that if it takes out that high, I will size down. I'm short a bunch of shares on Codex. I'm short 63,500 shares. I was short over 7,000 earlier, but I've covered into the flush. I really think this thing could go to sub 12, sub 11 over the next few sessions. Obviously, I'll have to hold over the weekend and pay some decent borrow fees, but I don't give a shit. I think it just has so much downside from here. And if it closes weak, that will give me more confidence. Because my point is, like, Codex is only down 40% from its highs from Friday. Like, look at APT. This thing is down 60%. AHPI is down 60%. Why is Codex only down 40%? This thing has been holding up fairly well. So if Codex would go down 60% total, it would go down to mid-8s. APT, maybe I should add to it. I only have a small star, maybe later. I'm just too exhausted to make any trades. Like, I'm mentally shot. The past 2 weeks have been two of the most intense weeks in my trading career. There's been so many things going on. There's so many trades, so many opportunities. And I've traded a lot of size. I really, like, after I made that 1.5 million last week, I've really, you know, I've steadily increased my size. But this week, I don't know. I think I'm up a little bit. I really need this TVIX to go to 150 to be green on the week, I guess. No, I don't know. I think I'm gonna break even on the week. I've had some nice trades like INO on the long side twice. INO on the long side twice. So that's been pretty much most of my gains so far this week. I lost money on TVIX trying to short it yesterday, the day before yesterday. And I lost some money on Codex trying to short it the past few sessions. So yeah, I think I'm kind of break even for now. INO has been my main money maker. Wow, if I had known this thing is gonna go to $13. Wow. Guys, this is like one of the most perfect things I've ever seen. Just memorize this. You should take screenshots of perfect setups. You should build a database of perfect setups. You should invest in yourselves. Just take screenshots of before and after. Like everything lined up perfectly on this INO on a couple of days ago, on Monday, or was it Tuesday? You should all like get some kind of software like Evernote or something, or OneNote or whatever, and just take screenshots. Before, after, you know, write down your, you know, thoughts, observations. You have to train your brains to see these things. Not only the technical patterns, but also the psychological patterns. Like what's going on, like what's hot right now, right? What sectors are going, what's working, what's not working, all of these things. I use mostly the daily chart. And if it's interesting on a daily chart, I'm looking at the 60-minute chart. And if it's interesting on a 60-minute chart, sometimes I use the 5-minute or 1-minute charts to get a little bit higher resolution. INO. Look, INO, maybe I'll switch to a short side later on the day. Like if we can shop around in this $12 area, build some more lower highs, and then maybe we get a late day fade on it, like get a $2 fade on it. Right now I should probably raise my stop a little bit more. We'll see. Because I'm thinking, you know, APT is coming in, Codex is coming in, AHPI is coming in. Why is INO green? What's NNVC doing? NNVC is not doing great right now. I can't believe this stock is allowed to exist. They should just halt it and delist it. This is such a pump job. All they've done, I don't think they have any approved drugs in their lifetime. This thing has been around since, you know, in a long time. Same thing with INO. INO has been around since at least the 90s. I don't think they have any approved drugs. It's just a scheme to enrich management. So stupid. There should be, you know, more laws around these things. Just so obviously fraudulent. It's not even funny. Okay, let's see. TVIX had a little bit of a push, but it's still below the declining VWAP. It is still below the declining VWAP. You bought puts in INO, okay. Yeah, it's not a crazy thing. Looking at it in hindsight, there was a short here at 12.20-ish, in the low 12s, like a half an hour ago. If I hadn't been long this thing, I would probably paid attention, because you had a big push, then you had a pullback, and you had lower highs, and then you had a break below this little range with lower highs. That was a good reward. It's 12.20 area with like a 12.60, 65 stop. But again, I'm gonna wait for later in the day. LK's bouncing. It's a tennis ball. You try to push it down under the water, it pops back up. It floats back to the surface. That's what it is. Work. What's Team doing? Team is holding fairly well. And Netflix is also holding really well. Look at this Netflix. All of these stocks and companies that profit from people staying at home. It's pretty funny. Pretty funny. AMD. Yeah, wow. AMD is also one of these. It's a champion. Wow. Look, I mean, AMD, maybe it goes to 100 later this year. They have so much earnings momentum and price momentum, it's not even funny. This thing is up what, 20? No, wait, how much? 15. In the past 4 years, it's up 1500%. That's a nice move. But look at Intel. Intel has a market cap of 255 million. AMD has only a market cap of 55. It's a 20% of Intel's market cap. Why can't AMD go to 100 million market cap if it doubles from here, right? Yeah, but AMD is nothing like it was like 20 years ago back in the float on AMD is much higher than it was back in 05 and 2000 when it was around 40 bucks. The float is much higher. The market cap is way higher now than it was back then. You know, you can't look at price levels from, you know, so far back. It's meaningless. It's totally meaningless. If you look, you know, indices, yes, but on individual stocks, it's dangerous to look at price levels that are that far back because it's usually a completely different company. But yeah, this is one of my favorite stocks right now. It's just holding up so well. Unbelievable. What's Nvidia doing? Nvidia is also holding up well. Semiconductors is really one of the strongest sectors right now. Definitely. Definitely. What do you mean WorldCom days? What was in the WorldCom days? Holy shit. Yeah, what about WorldCom? Yeah, I know, but what about it? I don't understand the context. I don't understand what you're trying to say, that's all. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I have a whole. I wasn't trading back then, obviously, since I was a teenager, but I have a bunch of shorts, like hundreds of them. Wow, APT, this thing takes out $15 lows of the day. It's wow, it could go to like 11 bucks today. It's probably not, but it could. But yeah, the moves back then were just incredible. Like you had, especially from like November 99, or sorry, October 99 to March 2000, like a 6-month period. There were so many stocks that went up 1,000, 2,000%, and not even like micro cap stocks. You had like large caps making enormous moves. And some of them were incredibly liquid. Like stuff like Tesla, you had like, there were like 50 of these during a 6-month period. And Tesla wasn't even a big move. It only was like, what, 300% move? Think something like Tesla, but 3 times as big of a magnitude. Like think like if Tesla went to like 2000 or something. There were like many of these. Incredible. I can understand that some people made a lot of money back then. Fairly easily. If you get moves like that, it's kind of crazy. Now APT broke. I'm gonna book some profits on it. I have a very small position in it, unfortunately. Maybe I should compensate by shorting more codex. Oh my god, I'm so exhausted right now. I literally want to go to sleep. I literally want to go to sleep. Trading is so binary. You have weeks and months that are like watching paint dry, and then you have like days and weeks where you need like 2 heads and 6 arms. And 5 brains. Like my brain is fried after these 2 weeks. No, I don't take vacations. No, or like, obviously I can, slow down my trading. But look, vacations, if I had missed past last week, I made more money last week than I made last year. Okay? What if I had been on vacation? APT is really dying here now. Codex is lower. Well, you can take a vacation anyways, like if you don't have to like travel far. TVIX, dude, it's too early to tell. It all depends on how we close. I have no idea if I'm gonna hold it overnight or not. I really don't know. Wow, gold had a big tank today. Oh shit, APT, really? APT is really coming in here. What's Lake doing? Lake 2, I guess. Yeah, Lake is lagging. Damn, APT is the one I had the smallest size. Like, Codex is where all my size is. My Codex position is like 3 times my APT position. Codex is still up. I think Codex will go lower, obviously, but they're really unwinding now. Wow, INO almost hit my stop. Okay. NVAX, mRNA, yeah, they're all coming in. They're all coming. Gilead was, yeah. Oh, Gilead is now strong. Okay, makes no sense. Yeah, they're all AHPIs fading. Yeah, yep. They're all. VIR is weirdly holding up well. This thing has no volume, but it's holding up. But I guess, you know, they're gonna come for that one too. They're gonna come for that one also. ENZ, let's see, yeah. Man, I'm so exhausted. I can't believe how exhausted. Maybe I'm getting old. But I'm not that old, so I can't really blame my age, but man. Wow, this is really the highest the VIX has been since 2008 pretty much. Okay, it was slightly higher in 2015. Interesting. TRIL is taking out new highs. I had this as a trade idea. Was it Monday or something? I unfortunately missed it. Had a nice move. 30% move down. Have you recognized VIPs? What do you mean recognized? Have you recognized VIPs? What do you mean by that question? Have you recognized VIPs? Yes, I identified it yesterday on the earnings. Yes, and I saw the opening range breakout, and I saw the intraday breakout. Yes, I am aware of this one. It's holding up like a champion. This is one of the most powerful growth stocks I've ever seen. From 2012 to 2015, this thing went up over 4,000%, and it had some insane numbers. It grew both EPS and revenue like 3, 4, 500% for years. It was incredible. I've never seen a growth stock like that. I wish I could trade back then, but I had no idea how to trade back then. So unfortunately I missed it. But this is, you know, study this move. You should go back and study, look up the growth numbers and just build a database. This is the stock you should start with. And now it's more of a GARP name, growth at a reasonable price. It has decent growth and it's kind of low valuation. Oh man. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. APT, I think I'm gonna remove my the highest stop. I'm gonna start lowering my stops on APT. Oh man. Oh. And now it's all a waiting game. I have all the positions I need. Probably not gonna take on any more exposure. I have decent codex position, small APT, or smaller than I would have liked, but whatever. And a big TVIX position. Big TVIX position. Oh, wow, I didn't realize how late it is. I'm just gonna do one last scan and then we're gonna cut the stream. Holy shit, time flies. Spexism. It's getting pumped again. Oh man, if TVIX goes to like sub 150 today. It's kind of scary. It's one thing taking a big loss, but it's another thing holding a big profit, and especially if it's a profit that's bigger than bigger than you've seen before. That's like one of the most stressful things ever. It's just so scary, but you really need to believe it can, you know, go further in your direction. That's really what happened on Tesla. I was up 650k. I thought it was gonna go down another 100 bucks, and then it just reversed back higher, and I gave back like most of that profit. But then I re-nailed it, and that was a big one. You really gotta believe it will do what you think it will do. Having said that, TVIX looks like it wants to bounce. Oh man. It is building higher lows intraday so far, but it is below VWAP, so we'll see. We'll see what it does. And then we see what's this thing do. Okay, DRAD, yeah, back near the lows of the day. I think it's just a pump job. I need to look at the numbers. I think it's just a one. Or maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. And now TVIX is bouncing. Anyway, okay. Thanks for joining. Have a great weekend, everyone, and I hope you had a great week. Don't do anything stupid the rest of the day, and I'll see you.